kind of look like, what's up?
Sizing you up.
But I was like,
It's two sides to every story.
Okay. So I was like, well, hey man, I just wanted to let you know. First thing I said was, I got these concert tickets for you for Blake Shelton. And we were supposed to get them for Luke Holmes, and something happened, whatever. So
Minor detail. It was supposed to be Luke Holmes tickets, and he showed up with Blake Shelton the night before the concert. He's like, by the way, I got the concert's tomorrow.
I'm sitting here thinking,
Rosanna said only old people go to Blake Shelton. I said, baby, I tried to get Luke Holmes. I tried. I don't know what
Rosanna hurt my heart. Okay.
I thought I'm going in here to sell this guy chicken wings and ketchup, and they're like, nope, he wants tickets. Make sure it's good on his ticket.
That is not true at all. Whatever makes him look good.
So no, I saw what We Pub is can become and everything, and it's one of our favorite spots.
Yeah.
For my wife and son. So I'm excited about the future. I really am.
Yeah. What's up, Camden County? You are catching episode 74 of the Get In Your Business podcast. I'm your host, Alison Shores from the Camden County Chamber of Commerce. This Get In Your Business podcast is made possible by our Chairman Circle sponsors, Georgia's Own Credit Union, Lockheed, Comcast, Georgia Power Company, Sparklight, Plug Power, St. Mary's DDA, TDS Telecom, and Ameris Bank. Thank you to all of our sponsors. All right, guys, today in the studio, I have a packed studio, first of all. And I have got a lot of people in here. I've got Candace Pullum from St. Mary's Main Street.
Hey,
and
girl.
I've got Jaime from Sysco.
Yes, ma'am.
But the man of the hour is going to be Mr. Dan Black.
Whoa.
So,
How we doing?
Yes, I'm glad you're here. So,
Happy to be here, Allison.
Dan, I feel like there's like so many things that we could talk about.
Because we got history, that's right.
Yes.
We all got a little history. That's the thing about us.
There's so much I want to bring up right now, but I'm trying to figure out where we want to start. So because this is a chamber podcast, we're going to talk about your businesses.
Okay.
We're going to
Start
stick
there.
Yeah,
Not
we're gonna-
stories.
So, I mean, you have We Pub, Amelia Events, Avant, Firefly, like a little entrepreneur.
Yeah. A lot to be thankful for and a lot going on. And yeah.
Well, we're glad you're here. Let's start with We Pub because I feel like We Pub has been around for a minute, gone through a lot of phases.
It has. Yes.
We
about that.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about We Pub. I want to know kind of where We Pub has been, where it is now, and what we are looking for the future.
There's a lot. There's a lot to it. We Pub. We Pub. It's been a part of my life for a long time. Back in 2012, got the opportunity to come down here and partner up with my buddy Kevin and open up the We Pub. It's kind of that bartender turns bar owner fairy tale story, and I don't know why you don't see that story in the school libraries, but it is a fairy tale, let me tell you. Bartender to bar owner.
So if the drink shaker fits.
That's
Yeah.
right. Hey, but it got me to where I am, so I am not mad about it. And it was a great opportunity. So to do that, and We Pub, like you said, it's been through thick, thin, and we're survivors. I mean, that's the thing.
Really
we are survivors. We've seen good, bad, and ugly.
Yeah, and I think you've been a lot of different things to a lot of different people in this town. And so, like with We Pub, I know.
Way to put it.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's true. I think that's true. But I think where you're headed now and what you're trying to do, right now, in the day we live in, like things are so hard. Staffing's hard. And I don't think we talk about that enough. I know Rants and Raves loves to talk about it, but they don't talk about like the actual issues. Okay, there are staffing issues. They just want to go blast the business, and I get tired of that. But I want to talk about like We Pub. What kind of issues are you having? What are we looking forward to in the future? Like, what do you have planned?
Yeah. Well, so I guess with the history of We Pub, it's been just an up and down. Like we said, it was at one time the spot I would say to go to, and I mean, it was trusted by the community to be a spot to go to for lunch and dinner and late night and sports and family. That's always been a big thing for me to make people understand that we're not really a bar. We're a restaurant that has a bar. We're a pub. We're a locals pub.
Yeah.
And people, I wanted people to understand to come there and enjoy that space with your family. So that's always been a tough thing. But with staffing, I'll tell you, I mean, the thing about hospitality is it can be a risk, but to give a high schooler a job, but it's not as much of a risk in other spaces, right? As much as it is for hospitality, because all day I'll hire over somebody that has great personality with no experience over somebody who's experienced but doesn't want to learn anything. And with hospitality, it's just been awesome to see some of these younger folks come in there and learn the systems and learn the world of hospitality and grow up and go on to do other things. And they've really been the backbone of the Weep Hub. And I know we've come up and we've gone down. And, let's be honest, I got spread thin too a little bit for a while. Yeah. So that was hard. COVID, that took us out for a little bit. But I'll tell you what, we just signed another 5-year lease.
Oh, so you ain't going nowhere.
We're not going anywhere. Okay. That's the thing about us. We're staying, like it or not. But I think we have a lot to look forward to. We have a new menu rolling out next week. We got a new cocktail menu rolling out. We have a new POS system. So that's
okay. So when you say POS system, for all the people that don't know,
that's like our point of sale. So we're going to have little handhelds, right? Like we're Chick-fil-A up there, right? It's going to eliminate mistakes. Okay, eliminate.
So right there, they can do everything they need to.
That's right. They're going to go to the table. They're going to print check. They're going to do it all right there. So I think it's a lot to kind of catch up to the times, and kind of be moving forward with that space. And new food, we're painting, we're doing all kinds of things. So a lot of breath of fresh air is going into the Weep Hub right now as we speak. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the future.
I love it. Now, Jamie, tell me, now have you gotten to watch kind of Weep Hub go through like changes and all the things?
I have. So when I first started, this was one of the accounts because, I was living in Valdosta for so long. And when I came back, the Weep Hub had come here when I was gone. So I didn't really know anything about it. So they Sysco was like, hey, here's this account. The guy's name is Dan. Good luck.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So I didn't really know what to expect. So I kind of walked in and one of the guys that used to have it before me was like, listen, Dan's he likes tickets. He likes tickets and concerts and stuff like this.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, okay.
The way to Dan's heart.
The way to Dan's heart.
I was seeing a picture.
I was like, all right. So I remember I walked in and of course I didn't know what I was doing. And I just started and I kind of walked in and that little side room over there.
Yes.
I saw Dan. He was talking to Rosanna. And I was like, hey, man, I'm just want to introduce myself. My name's Jamie. I'm with Sysco. And he kind of gave me this, kind of look like, what's up?
Sizing you up.
But I was like,
there's two sides to every story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was like, well, hey, man, I just wanted to let you know. First thing I said was, I got these concert tickets for you for Blake Shelton. And we were supposed to get them for Luke Holmes. And something happened, whatever. So
minor detail. It was supposed to be Luke Holmes tickets, and he showed up as Blake Shelton the night before the concert. He's like, by the way, I got the concert's tomorrow.
I'm sitting here thinking,
Rosanna said only old people go to Blake Shelton. I said, baby, I tried to get Luke Holmes. I tried.
Rosanna hurt my heart. Okay.
I thought I'm going in here to sell this guy chicken wings and ketchup, and they're like, nope, he wants tickets. Make sure it's good on the stick.
That is not true at all. Whatever makes you look good.
So no, I saw what Weep Hub is can become and everything, and it's one of our favorite spots.
Yeah.
For my wife and son. So I'm excited about the future of Weep Hub. I really am.
Yeah. So Candace, I know with your job in St. Mary's, you get to work with Dan a whole lot.
I do.
And I want to know kind of your experience, like what it's like for you to work with Dan.
Well, we work in several different aspects. He is one of our DDA board members.
Okay.
So super thankful for that. He was the vice chair of our DDA a couple years prior. Right now he's just
demoted.
Well, I'm just like, and he really helps a lot in the community with different events. They put together an amazing 5K for Cinco de Mayo that benefited Camden Gymnastics. That was great. He knows the process of our permitting. He helps people in the community with that process. We've had a couple of other people come and say, oh, Dan told me, come see you. We can do this. So I'm like, well, not exactly, but
yeah.
No. And then one of the major things over the last probably year is he really worked hard to help educate me, help educate our council members so we could have a catering ordinance and catering license put in place for the city of St. Mary. So that's a really big deal.
That was a
huge deal.
Yes. And I think too, like my experience working with Dan, I'm like, he was like, you have to do Taste of Camden. You have to do and I'm like, I don't want to do Taste of Camden. Like nobody comes. I don't understand he's like, you can make it good. Do Taste of Camden. And I'm like, you just want to do it so you can win. He's like, no, I want to compete. I want to compete and then win.
Yeah.
But like, yes, I'm trying, and I'm like, why does this dude care so much about Taste of Camden? And I had the first year we did it at like, I don't know, the PSA gym. And I was like, what? I was just learning what Taste of Camden was. I had no idea. And I'm like, ugh. And then we went to the college. It was terrible. And it wasn't until that was my
improvement.
It had lots of room for improvement. It has. But when you finally, like after it got canceled during COVID, you were like, okay, this is the year. You're bringing it back. You're doing it. And I'm like, somebody tell this dude I do not want to do
My first year in this
You were
position.
somebody. You told me.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah. And so, but then, you came on board to help, like really help me figure it out. Cause that was the problem. I couldn't figure out how to make it, give it its own vibe and its own thing, and you guys, I mean, and Canaan too. I mean, it was just a great thing. So
We put
You're
our St. Mary's
always-
stamp
I
on
think
it.
we all put in
Yeah.
a lot, and you can see it.
Absolutely.
It's turned into a really great thing. So,
it really has.
And after all the years that we've been doing this, specifically Taste of Camden, and
Yeah.
we're sitting here smiling at each other, that's a really big deal.
it is.
Because it's stressful.
and then
Yeah. There was one year me and Dan almost didn't make it.
But we got through it.
we
got
did get through
it
it.
got us to where we are today.
But I think WePub is really cool. I'm glad that you cleared up any, that y'all were going to be here for the next, you signed your lease. So 5 years at
Yay.
least. I think that's exciting. I can't wait for your new menu to see all the food. Don't change a whole lot though, because there are some things I like.
No, just a little bit. Yeah,
Okay.
Just keep it relevant.
Okay. Well, I want to move on because, like I said, you've got 4 businesses here in Camden. So let's talk about the other restaurant real quick. Firefly.
Yeah,
It's the newest one.
it is the newest.
Very cool vibe in downtown St. Mary's. I can tell you when we take the military tour by, they're always like, whoa, going back there. Yeah, it's such a cool concept.
Yeah.
So let's hear about Firefly and how that came about.
Yeah, well, that's it's been a brainchild of my wife Rosanna and I's for a while, and we partnered up with some amazing people, the Shallers, and decided to do something different. We just wanted to get a restaurant on the map in a totally different way. I mean, we wanted to make ourselves stand out, and so that was the full experience restaurant concept, from food to cocktails to service to environment and atmosphere, and I think we did good, and I'm really looking forward to where it goes. But I'll tell you what, the management team too, the whole team is phenomenal. But when you get to work with like managers at the top of their game, the team over there is phenomenal, and I mean, a lot to be proud of. And they really make it what it is. I mean, they get it. They're just good in the hospitality world, and they understand what it takes to put out good product. So that makes it easy when you have the opportunity to get involved with people that are like that.
So I'll add on to that. So whenever they were trying to open, they had to hire before the building was ready. So they used my office downtown. And I got to see the interview process for that. And I mean, it was no joke.
Tell
But
me
it
about
was
it.
super cool because they like formed teams and they like did group interviews. So,
I like
some
that.
of the servers were in the same interview. And then one of the questions was like, who would you hire from this table and why? And like, it was just like, oh my gosh.
Oh, that's
And a
cool.
lot of those people still work there. So that's super cool.
But I love it. And we don't talk enough about like how hard it is to get people trained and that want to work and then be able to keep them there. You've got to have business to keep them going, keep them coming. And it's just hard,
It is. And I mean, you're giving a lot of people their first chance, and people are going to mess up too. That's a thing.
Yeah.
And it still reflects you as a whole, and it's hard to deal with that as a business owner, to know that you want to always constantly put out a good product, but sometimes you have emotions and personalities to deal with at all times, and it's like juggling 100 balls in the air at once, and it's just a challenge. But it's been great to see the low turnover with the staff over at the Firefly and the people that stick around.
I mean,
So Jamie, what did you think when he told you he was opening up another restaurant?
I was just like, here we go again with Dan.
Yeah.
So no, I was actually, I won't forget it. I was actually in Fernandina. I was kind of, helping out some other reps over there one day, and I got a call from Dan. And at that point, Dan and I had a good relationship, but I was kind of nervous. I was like, oh God, Dan's calling, but something must be wrong. It's not like it is now where he'll just call and just,
Yeah.
we just joke around or do whatever. But I was just like, oh gosh. And then I think he told me, he was like, I'm opening up a taco place, but it's going to be called Three Sons Tacos.
That's right.
So I remember saying that, and I think that's what the original go-to was the Three Sons. And I like telling people that, and I'm like, it used to not always be Firefly, it was Three Sons.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, between us and the Shallers, we have 3 sons, so it was
Oh.
kind of a piece of trying to make it.
Yeah,
Because I find a lot of restaurants are like location-wise,
Yeah.
and you wanted to kind of stand out with the name somehow. So
I do remember
Yeah.
that, but he, we got everything set up, but that was I was there for the soft opening, and man, was it wild. It was wild.
You were working the
was
soft
working.
open.
I was working.
First of all, let's talk
Yeah.
about
He's
that.
busting
I
tables.
was
Yeah.
busting tables, everything. I definitely was.
We get there and I'm like, wait, is that I just met Jamie. That's Jamie.
And the thing with me is I'm very, I don't know if I could say territorial, you know, and not to say-
Protective.
protective. There you go. Protective. But you know, he's my boy, you know, so I got to
don't-
make sure he's taken care of.
And I don't think people understand enough that like what you and I do, like you guys become our family, you know, like for me, the business community becomes my family because I spend so much time with you guys and we work through stuff together. We get mad at each other. We get, you know, we make up, we figure it out. And so, you know, I get what you're saying when you say like, now it's just Dan calling, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, what I'll say about Jamie, and I mean, yes, we give each other a lot of grief, but the guy cares. He really cares, and that's what separates him about a lot of the other people in this business. Is he cares, and he shows up 10 out of 10 times. He is there, so he shows up. I mean, does he make you feel like you're the only one? He does, and I know I'm not, and that hurts. Like he'll come and see me, and like I know he's just somewhere else, and that hurts.
Yeah.
You know, and he has a way of talking to me. Like I feel like he doesn't talk to other people like that, but I know he does.
Yeah.
But still,
We
he
should
shows
play
up.
the
He's
Jennifer
there.
Nettles Stay song in the background.
Right.
It hurts. All right, that's the moral.
That's it.
But he's always there, and I mean, you know, that's the thing. I mean, I don't know. Us at this table, can I say like I feel like we are people pleasers.
Oh,
Like
gosh.
it's
To
almost
my
our Achilles
core.
heel. Like I think it's
Yes.
our superhero, like our superpower, but also
Yes.
you know the thing that
Agreed.
we're just like I don't know. Coming as a bartender, I really want to make sure people have a good time. I want to make sure the environment's right. You're having the best date night ever, and I think that comes with the territory. But I look at all of us and I feel like we're all at the top of our game of being
Yeah.
people pleasers and really, well, being accommodating, I think
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would say is
Yeah,
a good
very
way to
much
say it.
so.
And, Candace particularly too. I mean, working with her downtown, you can see she wants that place to be the best version of itself.
Well,
And
I
over
think-
the last few years to see Candace raise up and see St. Mary's.
For sure. Alive after 5.
It's made
amazing.
a huge difference, her and her role. So
Agreed.
Oh, thank you.
And I think too, we're very passionate about what we do, all of us, and the people that make those things do, if you will, I think that, and it shows in our work, I feel like, but
and
I could go off all day on this kind of
the
stuff.
chamber, Allison, let's talk about is phenomenal.
Exactly.
It is a pillar of the community, and I
It
think
is.
you've done such an excellent job.
People just don't realize
Y'all are all part of the team of the Chamber of Commerce.
Well, I mean, I think iron sharpens iron, and we're
It
all
does.
raising our circles, and we've done a great job over the last few years.
So I feel like the next thing that I need to bring up is the fact that there was a place here that you used to own, and it was called Angel's Cafe.
Ooh, it was the lunch spot.
Let me tell you, I loved that place.
Yeah.
I don't know what you did to that pasta salad.
At
don't
least
even
once a
like
week, they did a
pastas.
delivery to City Hall in St.
At
Mary's.
Super Bowl
least.
parties, I want you to know I don't bring wings. I bring pasta salad. All right,
Yeah.
all right, that's the party favorite.
Yes.
Because you don't give the recipe to anybody.
That's right. Well, I got a non-disclosure.
Well-
Angels came from a Brunswick concept. That's a Brunswick, and they're still alive and well, and they're doing their thing. And we
Good
used
to
to,
know.
Rosanna and I used to go up there and have lunch, and we thought, how cool would this spot be down in Camden? And we just on a whim one day said, hey, what if we give you a little bit of money and you give us all your recipes and we'll just open this and this is us and that's you. And they're like, yeah, it sounds good. I'm like, all right. And so we did that, and Angels became a thing, and that was like a 4-year little run. And you talk about learning what you're made out of. I mean, let's talk about a cafe that's only open 6 hours a day, but it's hard to pull money out of something like that. And you got to go in every time somebody calls out sick because there's only like 3 employees. So like,
And how old were your kids at the time? I mean, you had
That's right,
babies.
It
Oh,
was-
yeah.
that was a time.
Was
but-
Avery even here?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Was,
Yeah.
yeah, the 2 little babies. there.
Baby.
So-
Babies.
But it was 100% worth it. Got it paid off, and we started doing the catering company. I don't know if you know about that one. Avant Catering is still alive, and that one is where Angels is now, even though we're about to move.
Anyway.
And that's exciting.
Yeah.
But yeah, we started Avant in the back of 2020. Like when everything else is shutting down, Avant started, and it was kind of a risky thing to do, but we had all the pieces right there, and we could do it out of Angels. And come to find out, catering makes a lot more money, is easier than doing a cafe 5 days a week. So
Hurt my heart.
yeah, we made.
I
the
don't love that for
decision.
us,
but,
but
at least Angels closed on our terms and not
Yeah,
on
no.
anybody else's. We were like,
Exactly.
you know what, this was fun, but we're
Mhm.
done.
yeah.
It's time for the next thing. And it was the best decision ever.
So
I
now-
do miss it, and I'm always flattered by people that say they miss
Yeah.
it. But
I think a lot of people miss it.
yeah.
So Avant, how did Avant come to be?
Well, again, when you're in the hospitality world and you end up having an eye for people that are just really good. Like
Mhm.
seriously, to
Mhm.
really get hospitality, I think is like the 1% of people. Like to really get it, to
Mhm.
understand service, to understand atmosphere, to understand
Mhm.
social awareness and needs of people. Like few people really get it, but when you see those people that get it, you bring them in. You bring them into your
Yeah.
circle. And I mean, that's what Avant is. Avant is made of like the people at the top of their game performing at the highest level. Avant is a company I couldn't be more proud of. I think we put out the best product. And I should say it's really good. I don't know. If you go out there and you can see what we do at weddings and what the team does, it's really phenomenal. It's a great product. And
You have definitely raised the standards.
Yes,
it,
absolutely.
and it's not me, it's the team. They're just like, they all drive to put out a good
Mhm.
product. I mean, from service to
but most of
food.
your key people are people that worked with you in other spaces.
Yeah, that's
So,
what
I
it
mean,
was. They were
that's
coming from
pretty
the WEPO.
cool.
All three of them came from the WEPO.
That's
that we
pretty
partnered
cool.
with, Rosanna and I. So that was really cool.
And I'm trying to remember where you get that product.
Yeah, where do you get that product?
Where's that?
Consistency is key. That's the
Yeah.
key. You got to put out consistent products.
And where do you get your products?
Cisco.
Cisco.
The check is in the mail. Cisco.
Yeah.
Always Cisco.
All right. So Avant, weddings is what you like to do, but you do other things too
yeah.
because you've catered some stuff for us, big events we have.
Corporate to, we just didn't know when we started that what it would turn into, and now it's turned into something really big and awesome. And
It's awesome.
yeah, it's great. We're really proud of it, and definitely look forward to the future of that. Like avant-garde.
So with Avant, like, did Amelia Events, like, was that just kind of a natural progression?
Yeah. Did it
like,
come chicken, egg, or egg, chicken?
yeah, like how, because I feel like they kind of go hand in hand together.
It all does. It all goes.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Amelia Events was like 2016. I think Rosanna
Yeah.
started to do that. We were like, let's take our hand in the entrepreneurial world. Let's get out of, I was in WePub and
Mm-hmm.
what else could we do? And I mean, again, to see that company grow from like, it was a garage with a couple farm tables and some whiskey barrels
Like,
that we
seriously.
would rent. And now it's a huge warehouse that we're doing, top of the line weddings with
But you've got
tents,
chairs,
yeah.
tents. I mean,
anything you could need to like put on a bigger event for a wedding. So
you've
No.
even got like a little bar,
Mhm.
like that you can set up, like the wee bar. But yeah, you've just got so many cool little things that you can really,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dude, Amelia's been so great. So, I mean, it's again to see that like kind of grow and stick with it. That's named after our daughter, and to see that, and a lot of people on Amelia Island think we're local, but I don't tell them it's really after our daughter.
Oh, the
But we
same
come
thing.
down.
The same thing here. People are like, "Oh, they're in Fernandina." I'm like, "No.
Yeah.
They're here.
Yeah.
They're local."
But it works. It works, and no, so another great company, and hopefully one day can hand it off to the kiddos one day. So
I hear you setting it up.
yeah.
Well, I don't know how much you can say on this, but just speaking of events and stuff, I know that there's a space next to Firefly that is, people are working on it. So that
About
makes
the new
me
Buc-ee's
happy.
coming up next door.
Yeah. Do not start rumors. Do not start
I
rumors.
thought it was a Target.
I was about to say, who's going to say Target? Yeah.
General true story.
Yeah. But seriously, what can you tell me about that space?
I can tell you, it's really it's called the Santa Maria. It's a wedding venue.
Okay, but wait, stop. Santa Maria
Santa
Mhm.
Maria. Yeah.
is St. Mary's,
That's
right?
right.
Like, isn't that
That's correct.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
right. That's right. So that's Bill Gross and his son
Yeah.
Andrew have done a
They have.
phenomenal job. Like it's going to be one of the biggest icon pieces of St. Mary's for time, like forever.
I will
Like
say
that-
this, and I know it's not about Bill Gross right now, but when you go across the state and people know he's from our community, we're so fortunate.
Mm.
He does
Oh,
such
yes.
amazing things.
Mm-hmm.
They have like such a vision, and they're
Yes.
just putting it in. Like slowly, you're seeing St. Mary's just elevate with everything they're doing. From
Agreed.
the B&Bs to the mural that Amanda did on their B&B.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he was the builder for the Firefly. And I mean, a lot of that was really Rosanna and Bill would get together and they kind of come up with little pieces to make it look as good as it did. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
It is.
so fortunate to be right there.
And you're talking about the little apartments that they have right next to Firefly. I don't know if people know you can rent those.
Mm-hmm.
No. And they're
Short-term rental.
they're going to have a total of 20 now.
Oh,
so they're
wow.
building more behind that. So imagine as a wedding party coming and you don't have to leave the property.
I
Like
love
you
it.
got everything you need, not to mention tacos and margaritas right next door and a beautiful venue. And the best part, you can't even see the courtyard in the back is going to be
Yeah.
tremendous. It's really going to be something
There's gonna be a
spectacular.
courtyard
So
in
yeah,
I
it's gonna
can't
have,
wait.
Like,
Oh,
it's going to have AstroTurf and pavers, and we're gonna, maybe Avant is going to be in the back there somewhere. I don't know, but lots to look forward to, and we're just excited. I mean, I'm in the wedding world, and to have a wedding venue like that in our backyard is it's amazing. So we're super happy. Yeah.
Man,
Think of all the things we could do with the chamber down there.
I'm already thinking.
I
Don't you
know.
worry.
I know.
What have we left out? I know a lot that we've left out, but for this podcast, what have we left out?
Well, I'd like to say for St. Mary's, we're so thankful that you chose St. Mary's for all 4 of those amazing businesses.
Yeah, well, it's just so easy.
I know.
St. Mary's is just so easy. I think they might not have been easy before, but they're easy now.
They're easy.
I will say this, that, for a long time, I used to hear all the, like, it's so hard to do business in St. Mary's. And I think people just say that out of habit. But now that's not the truth. And I tell anybody,
It's really not.
it's, moving
agree.
business licenses to your office and just all the things. You are so helpful in the people pleasing stuff, but it's still, you're accommodating, you're helpful. And that wasn't necessarily the case in the past.
Well,
So we're very thankful for you.
what really happens is that people don't speak that language unless you speak the language.
Agreed.
So when they come in, all they hear is no, and that's really not what they're saying. It could be no, but.
Yeah.
So then when they come to me, I'm like, actually, let me go see what they actually said.
Yeah.
And then I'll say it in a different manner.
Yeah.
And that's
Okay.
generally what happens. But everybody in St. Mary's is so great.
Yeah.
I mean, St. Mary's is on a tidal wave of.
It is.
It's just rising to, and it's like on our own terms. I'd say it's not like it's not this big just change all of a sudden, but you're seeing like
Little things here and there
little
happen.
things, and you're like, wow, that's awesome.
I want to give a little shout out to Live After 5 because
Oh,
I
it's huge.
just
That's
like
amazing.
from the very first one, it is just yes,
Oh,
yes,
Candace,
Candace, yes. Because seriously, like that's it's so fun. There's so many
is.
to see that many people walking up and down, and there's enough for everybody to do. Somebody
makes you proud to be where you are.
It
You know what I mean?
does.
It really does.
Kind of proud of where we live right now.
And and everybody's busy, from the
Yeah.
food trucks to the businesses to I love it so much, and I'm so glad y'all brought it. You actually have another one coming up next weekend, correct?
That's right.
The 14th.
It's the 14th.
Okay.
Come on out.
Yeah.
If you got any more cups, we'll sell them, but we sell out every time. That's
We
the thing.
do have
That's the thing.
a
We sell
lot
them so
more
quick.
cups coming. Thanks to
Good.
Firefly and Coddling Gun. Like Seagull sold out. Like our cups went crazy. So,
Jamie, we love having you here.
okay. Yeah.
Jamie, what were you gonna say?
So a huge thank you to C&M Designs because they with
Girl,
They
yes.
do all
our
our
third person,
t-shirts,
Kanan,
they do
designed
our
all those
Firefly
cups.
stuff.
Yeah,
They're
they're-
awesome.
Yeah, I love CM Designs. They just
Thanks.
helped me out with some signs for the community drive through we were doing. Like she got them done ASAP, and I was like, Patty, you're the best.
Patty's
Yes.
great.
She-
She's
yeah.
awesome.
They do our leadership Camden shirts. Just amazing people. Check out CM Designs. Jamie, now you get to work with all of us in different capacities and all the other different restaurants. Is there anything you want to tell us about Dan?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm proud to be born and raised here in Camden, especially seeing the way St. Mary's is growing and from what it was when I was a kid to what it is now. But one of the little secrets that I think I've shared with Alison before is the best part of my job is that I'm a salaried employee, and that's not usual in the food industry.
Yeah, you're not making money off
I'm
him.
not making any money off Dan, but I still care,
Yes.
whether he buys for me or not. Guess what? I'm still going to get paid but that's why it means so much more to me. And Dan, I mean, he's been one of the guys that's helped me get to the top. Sysco thinks I'm actually doing. Yeah, they think I'm doing a good job. I got,
You skipped right over me and now you're with
Yeah.
Like, this is how many podcasts for you, Jake?
Yeah.
3, 4? This is my first.
That is true.
I'm not bitter.
And I
this your
told,
fourth.
I actually texted Allison the other day and I was like, yeah, Dan was like, man, I got to go through you to get to Allison. I'm like, well, this is how it works, man.
Yeah. That's how we roll now. I don't know how to tell you.
But no, seriously, in all honesty, Dan has just, him and Rosanna, they have just been phenomenal for helping me.
Agreed.
Because like I said, I mean, I got the president of Sysco that came out here a couple of days ago because he thinks I'm doing something good. And I'm like, no, Dan's we're just buddies. That's just how it works, And it's just, I love being that part of that small.
Well, you got the
tight-knit
same areas
community.
in lock.
And-
Oh, yeah. Well, of course.
Well, guys, we have been here. I could talk to you all day because I love every single one of you. But
We are friends.
we are
I
friends.
say that because we're friends. I'm friends with you guys.
And I honestly want to say that I'm glad this isn't just like a business associate thing.
Yeah.
We are all friends, with each other. So I do love that.
We don't always agree, but we're definitely friends.
True.
But I wanted to give you a second, Dan. Was there anything? I know I kind of was all over the place, but I wanted to see if there was anything that you wanted to say or comment on or anything.
Yeah. Well, Camden's our home. It's been my home since 2012. So thankful that it is just this great little spot that I feel like the hidden gem on the coast over here that you just don't know about. We're underrated, underestimated. The people here are just phenomenal. And the people that I really put in my little circle, from each business to the partners to the management team and to the staff, it's just like they've all elevated and brought me to like where I am. It's I'm nothing without all of them. My wife and our team. I mean, again, Rosanna. Rosanna.
Yes.
She's the brains, the beauty, and I'm just the guy that does what she tells me to do.
Smart man.
Facts.
Smart as a whip, and by whip I mean she's gonna whip that.
Yeah.
If I don't do what I gotta do, so so I'm in shape because of her. And, the team around us, I mean, we're just partnered with great people on every platform. And so my credit goes out to all them. And iron sharpens iron. And you guys are in that circle of people that I consider my friends and people that I think are also elevating this community to the top level. I mean, all high
We
performers.
all love it.
Yeah.
High performers and looking to, take Camden to that next. We're connecting dots, and
We are.
to be in the room with you guys is something special.
Same.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. I think we all get by with a little help from our friends,
Right.
So,
100%.
and I just love that we all kind of share the same passion for this community, the people of this community, and in this room, the business community.
Absolutely.
So I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful you've, I don't know if people know, you actually serve on the chamber board as well. And you have been for a few years. And I really appreciate it because when I asked you originally, you're like, and you've come on and you help with a lot of things. So, we're very grateful to you, Dan, and we're grateful you're here in Camden County.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right, guys, we're going to wrap this up before Kanan shuts it all down. So, yes, thank y'all. Thank y'all for being here. You have caught episode 74 of the Getting in Your Business podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe.